Tell us a little bit about yourself, your name, how old you are, what are you doing right now?
Okay, so I'm Jessica Nee. I am 19 years old, and I actually just finished my first year of college.
Very cool. And what's your major?
I am a business major. I'm not sure what specifically, and possibly Spanish.
So you've been doing Kung Fu for a long, long time. How old were you when you started?
I was, I think, 14 when I started.
14, and what inspired you?
Actually, it's a funny story because I was playing piano duets at the time, and my duet partner, we just practiced, and he was like, "Oh, I have to go to Kung Fu practice," and he said it very casually. So I was like, "Kung Fu practice? Like what? What's that? Like Kung Fu, the stuff that they do in the movies?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, like I practice wherever," and I was just like, "Oh, that sounds pretty cool. Like I want to check it out too." So that's actually like the first step I took for my Kung Fu journey.
Very fun. So you started at 14.
Mm-hmm.
What was your first form?
If I remember correctly, it was my long tassel straight sword.
Did you get to pick it, or did they pick it for you?
I did not, but I was ecstatic. I was like, I get to hold a weapon. Like, I haven't done like the basics yet, and they're like giving me something to, do a form with, and I have really long hair, and I was like, this tassel, it's like me. Like, I can relate to this weapon. So I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
What do you think, out of your learning from Kung Fu and tackling those challenges, both physical as well as mental, you've been on many different competitions. What do you think that teaches you about life?
I think that's a great question, first of all. Physically, I think, of course, you know that you're growing, you are strengthening your body, you're also strengthening your mind, you're gaining flexibility, you have more spatial awareness, and that's useful in just walking around. But I think also mentally, there's a new like self-discipline that you start to become aware of, that you understand when you walk through the door, you're about to enter the Kung Fu studio, you're going to greet your masters, say hello to your teammates, make sure that you know that you're going to practice. So it's a lot of preparation mentally, and I think also it teaches great respect to your teachers, again, to the masters, to the fellow teammates, because in the end, you're spending however many hours a week with these people, practicing, sweating together. Nobody looks good when they're sweating, and sharing all that time and learning with them is definitely really important. And I think you can apply that to life, to school, whether you're in high school, you're in college, you're not there yet. It's just a one step at a time process, mental, physical, everything put together. I think gives you the whole package of, all right, I know who I am. I'm confident enough to go ahead, ask for help when I need it, and help whoever is around me, help my peers, because this is what we're here for, and like this is what we're gonna do.
So just before everybody just thinks that, all you do is Kung Fu, I know you're involved in a lot of different stuff outside of the school. Not only are you an awesome student, but you are a leader in other areas as well. I know you're very modest about tooting your horn, but here's your opportunity.
Oh, thank you. I have played piano since I was very young, so that's also been a very big part of my life. And that comes with not just solos, but duets and chamber music and things like that. And also, that also extends into my love for music. I also would play in the school orchestra. I am a cellist. On top of that, I definitely found a lot of great opportunities teaching and tutoring. So that's like one of the things that I do. I work and I tutor younger students, whether it's math, Spanish, English, a lot of mix of things, like a whole bunch of things. And I think that also is just a great reward for me. And I think I bring that back to the Kung Fu studio when I come and see the kids and I say, like maybe we need to go through a form or review something, and I can kind of use those things from outside of Kung Fu and apply them back here as well. And I think it goes both ways.
So tell us a little bit more. You've definitely continued on the Kung Fu journey. I know I've heard that you're starting a club in your college now.
That's true, yeah. So I'm at Notre Dame. Delish. And it's been a great year. I had the opportunity to perform in a show called Asian Allure that we have every year. And I thought it'd be cool to break out my spear, get on stage. But I also was kind of like, well, I wish there were more people who could perform with me, because it's just so much more fun. And I think after that, a lot of people were like, oh, like, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do, like what's Kung Fu, how long have you done it for? So I was like, oh, I think there's some interest, like I would love to have friends there to start Kung Fu and just kind of explore like the whole like part of me too that does Kung Fu that they had never seen before. So I applied spring semester to form like the Kung Fu club, and we're approved, so that's super exciting. And I'm just thinking about ways to push it forward once this year starts. Seeing like incoming freshmen especially, no experience necessary. If you want to learn a little bit more about Kung Fu, like this is where you can do it. I'm hoping that this provides a good opportunity for people to try something new.
So let me ask you, with everything that you've done with Kung Fu, what particularly do you like about Soaring Eagle Kung Fu that you keep coming back here?
I think with Soaring Eagle, the thing is the people. I mean, it's definitely like you can find a Kung Fu studio wherever, but to really find the feeling of family, that kind of an environment, especially for me being on like a performance team, I found it absolutely like refreshing to be able to trust my teammates, whether it's in the Kung Fu studio or outside of the Kung Fu studio, and also just to grow up with them. I think that's a main reason why I come back, thinking, this is part of my childhood, this is a part of me before going off to college. And even though it's always important to be, I'm ready to take the next step forward, I think it's also really important to think about like what shaped you as a person before that, and definitely the masters, the support of parents, and also of course the kids, the like whether they're younger or they're older, all these students at Soaring Eagle Kung Fu really make Kung Fu like fun. It makes Soaring Eagle.
It's quite a community, isn't it?
It definitely is, and I think I give my thanks to the community to be able to have given me the opportunity to have such a great experience here.
That's fantastic to hear. So thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us and provide a nice little background on what you're doing.
Thank you for having me.
So you're going back pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm moving in next week.
Next week. And when are you coming back? We can't wait to see you.
I think I'll be back for a week in October, maybe. Yeah.
It'll be very fun to have you practice with the teams, and you can keep those youngins in line.
Yeah, it's gonna be great be great to have this as the scenery again once more.
Very cool. Well, thanks for stopping by and doing this. I know you probably got a couple things that you want to show us.
Yeah. Let's get started.
All right.